in the hallways of some apartment that they snuck into at 3 a.m. Ethan Klein is suing streamer Frogan, and if you don't know who that is, I'll tell you in a second, but he seems to have hired the most incompetent legal team.
My lawyer can't do shit, and it's driving me crazy.
Because allegedly they tried to serve her and ended up serving a random woman instead. I'm pretty sure did some legally dubious stuff, but I'm no lawyist or law talking guy. Staked outside of her house for hours on end. The report is bonkers insane, and I'm going to read it to you. If you don't know who she is, that is Frogan. Frogan is an Arab Muslim Twitch streamer, pro-Palestinian. Ethan does not like her. One of the reasons being that she had a Habibi tier list that rated people on a scale of Habibi to love Sabra. Ethan, in a shock upset, did not get Habibi. Couldn't tell you why. So in response to this, he cried and puked about it, calling it anti-Semitic, until the ADL got their sights on it and pressured Twitch to ban her for 30 days, which they did. A lot more happened in between that, but he is now suing her for copyright infringement. Just to say, this is all alleged. I'm just reading from the report that got submitted as a court document. He says that he's looking for activity at about 2:30 a.m. Ethan paid $2,500 allegedly for this person to do this. Halfway think they're just trying to waste Ethan's money or something like that, because what's happening at 2:30 a.m.? He decides to wait outside of the front of the building until he was able to gain access by someone letting me in while they're leaving and arriving. At 3:15 a.m., I was able to follow somebody, and that's just what the report says. I'm just made of questions, one of them being, if what you're doing is legal, would you have to sneak in behind somebody? The report then goes on to say, can stand on the hallway and be able to stay out of view, to be able to watch the unit without being too inconspicuous. This person is not at the right house. They're in the hallways of some apartment that they snuck into at 3 a.m., according to the report. The report states, I quietly walked up to the door and listened closely for any movement. It goes on to say, I made an attempt where I walked up to the door and I knocked on the door and placed the document on the ground saying delivery and stuff, waited alongside the hallway out of sight for approximately 10 minutes. If somebody's knocking on my door in the middle of the night saying delivery, not only am I not answering the door, I'm hiding somewhere probably. Who are these people that Ethan is hiring? At 6:12 p.m., I heard the doorknob of the unit, very dramatic. And then the grand reveal. Stepping out was a darker female, possibly African American or Middle Eastern, in her 40s, dark long curly hair with dark eyes. Now, this is hilarious for a couple of reasons. The physical description does not match Frogan at all. Frogan is in her 20s. Frogan has blue eyes and wears a hijab because she's a practicing Muslim. She sure as hell isn't going to take it off to answer a door for some random guy who's been slinking around at 3 a.m. I ask her if she's Morgan, and she says, I've lived here for 6 years, no Morgan. Well, can I see your ID then? And she says, no, you can go talk to management. And then so he says, because she's refusing to identify herself, he has to serve her anyway. And then he doesn't even give her the papers because she refuses to take them because she's not Morgan. So he leaves them at her front doorstep and considers that being served. I'm pretty sure you have to verify ID, first of all, to even be able to serve somebody. The only information that he got from this woman is that Morgan does not live here. I don't think that that's